So from the beginning, we're going to import files via the Power Query facility, and then we're going to work on them and transform them, and then import them straight into Excel. And then we're going to use PowerPivot to manage the relationships between the different tables. The different tables are found in different sheets in a particular Excel file. So here we go. Data. Get data from file, from workbook. Let's use that file. It connects to the Power Query, and then it displays the different sheets in that particular workbook. You can have a look at them by checking them. I'm checking sales there, and I can see there's some blank rows. I know I'm going to have to fix that. And then these two are pretty much irrelevant because they are already pivot tables and I don't want them, but I do want these because these are reference files, reference through the category ID and the agent ID, that is. So let me go to sales, and I'm going to do some transformation of data here. So it's a different program running here. Right, I've used this before, so it's asking me to refresh this. Notice there is an auditor on the right hand side here which is recording everything I'm doing. So let's go. My null rows, in the home ribbon I'm going to go remove rows, remove blank rows. That removes all the blank rows. That's fine. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a column and separate out the year from that particular date column, plus I'm going to separate out the month as well. It just does it all for me. I don't need to insert any special formulae and so forth. So let's drag that there, and let's drag the month there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to transform. Remember, we added a column now, but now I'm going to transform the income to include VAT. And the transformation will involve a multiplication by the factor that will upgrade it to a VAT amount. There, it's been done. I'm now going to change the format of that particular column as well as the target column there. So now I'm finished with all the changes I wanted to effect on this particular table. I'll go home, close and load to, and this is important. I close and load it to a table. I'm going to use the existing worksheet and I'm going to add it to the data model. That is very important, by the way, very important, so that PowerPivot can link the tables. And in it goes. You'll see here we have the full table correctly imported. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get more data. Remember, there were two other tables, so I'm going here to get some more data, and those are in the same file. Let's import, and it'll open up the Power Query. And now I'm going to get the category and the agent tables. Select multiple items, agent, and category. I'm happy with those. I'm going to close and load to and add it to the current data model. And I'm not just going to create a connection, although you can, that uses less space. I'm going to go the full table and add it to the data model. There we go. Now, sheet 1 I'm going to call sales. Sheet 2 I'm going to call agent. That's the sales agent. Sheet 3 I'm going to call category. Good. All has been done. I'm going to turn this off on the right hand side here. But now I'm going to go to PowerPivot, and I'm going to go to managing the PowerPivot, managing the tables through PowerPivot, and I'm going to create relationships. in creating relationships, what I like to do is I like to actually put the sales table in the middle and the agent, or the other two reference tables on the left and right. I'm going to drag category ID onto category ID. Those are the two fields that are related. Notice it's a one-to-many. So under sales, there will be many instances of that particular category. Likewise, agent ID, under sales, one agent will sell many times, many products. Okay, go back to data view, and I can generate my pivot table straight from here. In a new worksheet, and notice this, very important, because I've created the relationships, I can only work with these tables that have the yellow ring or the yellow barrel, not those tables. Only work with those tables. And notice now what can actually be done. So I can grab agent name from that table, and I can in fact grab the revenues or the income from the sales table. Remember, the income included VAT. There we go. They're the amounts over there. All right. I can then generate, as per normal, with pivot tables, a pivot chart straight from that. Okay. I won't do the customization just yet, but there it is. Okay. And then I can actually insert some slices, that is now filters, based on that pivot table. Always click all, because that shows all the tables, and remember, only the yellow barrel ones. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the category as a slicer. All right, and let's look at the region as a slicer. Good. So they're my regions. Okay, and here are my categories. And notice if I click art, or books and literature, or take a multiple selections, foods and mechanics, okay, it will calculate it accordingly. Right. Get rid of the slice. If I click Limpopo, there we go. All right. Remove the filter. Back to the original graph. So many more pivot tables can be generated this way. We just need to go back to PowerPivot. If we go to Excel and invoke this again, let's go and generate one more that creates a map. Pivot table, new worksheet, and I'm going to activate the field list, and I'm going to grab, let's see, from the sales, is there a region in sales? There is. So there's the region. Okay. All right, then I'm going to grab the income for that region over there. I'm going to click here, just a trick I did learn. If you type the proper designation here, country or province, okay, and then you've got to trick Excel. Copy and paste that as a value there, and it should generate a chart easily from there. There we go. That's it. It's generating a chart. Right. So that's sales per region. Let me just tweak this. Sales per province, should I say. Sales per province. Good. Now if I click there and I go to select data, I can choose the original range. This is just a trick to trick Excel back into looking at the pivot table, but you can't do it first off. And I'm going to delete there. There we go. Right.